Good afternoon from Lake Winnie, or Lake Winnepesaukah, full name. No one probably knows how to spell that, so I keep it short to Lake Winnie. A small, little classic style amusement park at the Tennessee-Georgia border in Chattanooga area. I think it's technically in Georgia, but very close. I think the Tennessee border is like across the street. It's a pretty small park. So what you see here is what you're going to get. There's tree line in the back there. That's the back of the park, and I'm at the front entrance. But there's some really cool, unique, kind of wacky rides you'd expect from a classic park like this. So we're going to show you all those rides here. Starting off with this Dumbo style spinner. But no, really, they have a great wooden roller coaster, a really cool old flume ride. So let's check out the old wooden coaster first. And here we are, Cannonball. This is a classic wooden coaster. You have the buzz bars, no headrest. You do have seat dividers though, so it has a couple updates from probably when it originally came out in the 60s. Now this ride is very similar to Blue Streak at Cedar Point. Almost the same specs, very similar classic out and back layout. So if you've been on Blue Streak at Cedar Point, you'd be very familiar with this. The park still features old school handbrakes where the operator is pulling the lever there to send the train from the unload, and then you see here the operator up here is using the handbrake to stop the train manually. Should add, the ride is running very well. Not as much airtime as Blue Streak. It is a tad bit smaller, so that might be why, but really smooth. The park does keep this in a really good working order, so it's about as smooth and enjoyable as you can expect for a coaster this size and this age. The park used to have a Wild Mouse style ride that sat on this empty pad. It is now just an hour and a half, 2 hours down the road in Birmingham, Alabama, at Birmingham area at Alabama Splash Adventure. This is what you never want to see at a park though. You never want to just see a giant pad just had a couple trees here or something, but this looks very temporary for something that was removed a while ago, or 2 years ago now, I think. Near the back by the wooden coaster there, they do have a drop tower and a full water park. You can see the water park entrance up over here. Full as in as big for a style of park as this. It's not a huge water park, but that opens in late May, so not going to show you that. But these are one of those cool drop towers that just takes you up and you don't really know when you're going to get to the top, and then it just drops you right away. So those are always kind of fun. One of the park's more unique rides is the boat chute. Very old. And they built it in-house. This is kind of your classic Tunnel of Love style ride. There's even an announcement around the park that says, all right, own up to how many of you have kissed and made out in the old boat chute. Because that's why it's called Tunnel of Love for a reason. So let's check this ride out. I remember first hearing about this park because of this ride on old PBS documentary about classic theme parks, because this is as classic as it gets. So I would show you the full video I filmed while on this ride, but literally it just kept getting darker and darker, and you sit in the dark for a good probably 2 minutes. Here's a view from the train of the tunnel that kind of goes through for like quite a while, but then it pops up at the end, goes up a hill, and drops you down classic shoot the chute style. And yes, it does leave the track there for a second. The park did have a main midway area. Oh, hold on. Just noticed this. Look at these giant fish. Those things are huge. It'd be kind of along this lake. I assume this is Lake Winnepesaukah, the namesake for the park. You do have some classic style carnival games here. Coming up on this ice cream stand, it's like a boat filter right in. It is second week of the season, so not surprised this is closed. I think it's with a lot of parks. Early in the season, they have some struggles with staffing. So like the water park and some of the flat rides aren't quite open, but I believe all the big stuff is. Kind of looking out on the lake area here. Park offices. Park does have a dark ride. Here's a park map with the entrance being right over right here. The main midway area. This is definitely an old park map because still shows the wild mouse, which has not been here in a few years. But yeah, pretty basic, just kind of around the lake. Classic theme park layout. Carousel over the water with this interesting fountain. It's kind of neat, like old style carousel building right over the water. Longest line today might be the antique cars that go quite a ways out here in the woods. I mean, who doesn't love a good classic antique cars? And here's another kind of statue with these two kids. I've seen it pop up quite a few times around the park. The park's second coaster, a wacky worm. You've been on one, you've been on them all, but I know you want the point. Classic scrambler ride. I'm back behind the dark ride. Love when parks have classic kind of fun theming like this. The wacky mirrors, clown. Park does have a gift shop. No, the bumper car is not for sale. Some kind of cool retro looking shirts here. But the reason why you want to come to the gift shop is there's like kind of a little museum in the back here. This is quite the old park. They have all kinds of memorabilias and signs from back when. Classic cannonball sign there. Kind of love these like old style signs. They're just so classic, kind of like hand drawn. Here's some of their awards they have won. IAPA memberships. Park from 2014. Not much has changed. I love these really old style, like cannonball coaster sign there. That is, you can tell that's been outside for a long time. That photo's pretty cool too. Wish more parks, they even have a guest book. Look at this. Guest book, that is awesome. So many parks have such great history and so many of them just forget about it. So it's great to see that they try to preserve a few things. Looking at you, Cedar Point, for getting rid of your really cool museum. But yeah, if you're a park that's more than like 30, 40 years old, you got some cool history. Show it off. You got this like hand car in the 40s. So you're talking, you know, that car right there, you know, 80 years old. And some kind of newer souvenirs and maps from various times, newspaper clippings. Used to be a pay per ride. And then look at this. It's pretty cool. Cool old sign. So yeah, definitely this is in the back of the gift shop. So definitely walk past the classic merch. And nice little area back here. If you were looking to get food here at the park, here's kind of a look at some of the options. As you would imagine, very, very typical park fare. Prices are not too bad. When you're considering chicken finger combo at Six Flags, about an hour south of here, is $25. This for being just in the low teens, not that bad for a theme park. Would say though, there is some great restaurants in the Chattanooga area. Sugar Ribs, one of my favorite barbecue restaurants I've been to outside of Texas. It's only about 5 minutes away, so I'd maybe recommend that if you have some time. So I have this pizza place out front called Scooter's Pizza, and I'm pretty sure, someone correct me if I'm wrong here, that it used to be the bumper cars. I feel like this used to be the bumper cars, right? A long time ago. Very rare to see these old style skee ball machines. It looks like they're not in use right now, but you remember back at Cedar Point, they used to have like 100 of these lined up in a row in the main Coliseum ballroom arcade. If you remember that, drop a comment below. Tell me how many you think. Like, there had to be like 100, right? It's cool to see this park still has a few, even if they're not working. They're just so much better than the new slick ones that are like over there. A few more flat rides, including some kids flat rides over here by the boat chute. Small little kids area. The park definitely has value for kids. There's, as you probably would guess, you know, as many theme parks are, it is very kid friendly and geared towards kids. So definitely probably worth it to bring the kids here. Didn't realize this earlier when I started the video, but when you have a ride that looks like Dumbo, but you can't call it Dumbo, you change one letter, you call it Jumbo. Love these classic style trash cans. If you've ever seen the movie Adventureland, highly recommend. It's a great movie if you're into theme parks. Whole kind of running joke about in the clown's mouth. Put the trash in the clown's mouth. And that wraps up our quick visit to Lake Winnie. It's a small park. Entrance is right beyond that Ferris wheel there, and the back of the park is the wooden coaster over there. It is about $30 and change to get in, which if you're coming here and riding a few flat rides, it's not too bad. But if you're just coming here to do a quick coaster run, really just riding the chutes and the wooden coaster, it's a tad high, but hey, parking's free, so that is a bonus. What I would say, this is definitely a rest stop style park, as I like to say. As you're coming, you're driving from maybe Dollywood down to Six Flags Over Georgia, or going along I-75. This is only about 2 miles off I-75. So give yourself maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours here. So instead of stopping at the State Welcome Center, stop and ride a classic PTC coaster, use the bathroom here, and get some food or whatever you want here, because it's going to sure be the rest area. So don't need more than a few hours here tops, but it is a kind of a fun, quirky, small little park with some stuff you don't see everywhere else. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Quick epilogue, I guess, maybe? Is that what you'd call it, to the video here? Earlier in the video, I mentioned maybe not eat at the park, go to Sugar Ribs. This is Sugar Ribs. It is right outside in downtown Chattanooga, kind of on a cliff here. You can sit outside, beautiful views of Chattanooga, Lookout Mountain. Here's the menu. I got the tacos. Pause it if you want to take a look. The prices are pretty good. They have a wide variety, all your usual barbecue favorites. The tacos were delicious. I got cornbread, sampled all their different sauces, and sat aside and took in the great view. So highly recommend.